Hello, watercolor class, and anyone else. Talking about this fruit bowl painting, and looking at different studies on how we're going to go about creating the various colors and color changes and change in temperature and value and hue, saturation, intensity, all sorts of good stuff. What I'm working on right now is the study for the oranges and the grapes, and I believe I did a first take on those before. That was before the Super Bowl. But basically what I'm going to be doing right now is taking it the next step, where I'm going to be mixing up some sort of what I call basic medium orange with some azo yellow and naphthol red. Oh yeah, I'm using this this different palette. It's a little smaller, so it fits better into the videos, I hope. Here goes. The brush is a little different too. Same idea though. Sometimes the question comes up, if I'm sort of creating this study and I know already that I'm either way too light in certain areas or way too dark in other areas, should I try to adjust things before moving on to the next layer? And I want to urge you to try to make it all the way through at least once. I don't always do that, but if you're really positive and comfortable and familiar with how things appear and mix and darken and all that stuff, you're more than welcome to. But what I find is because color is so relative and we see color in relation next to each other, I want to know, before I think about adjusting, if this is right, I need to know more about what that color is before I know about what that color is after the final round. So these things will get darker and change in temperature. So that's that. For this for the grapes on the other side here, I'm on the third step, and I'm going to mix some fairly strong of quinacridone rose and some ultramarine blue. So I'm going down the scale a little bit in value, changing the hue to more of a red-violet. And I think I already said getting darker. That's all I'm going to say about that. When we get into negative shape painting, that's kind of fun too. Nice. I am going to blast your ears out. Hair dryers are helpful tools. I try to let things dry naturally as much as possible, but one's trying to go quickly on something, especially if it's kind of just a study. Although I'm more likely, if it's a study, I'm more likely to use a hair dryer and not worry about it so much. And now I'm going to make an even stronger orangey red. Discussion comes in on if it's orangey red or reddish orange. Actually, the more I think about it, it's probably going to be a reddish orange. See, that orange dried, that other layer, when it went on, it looked pretty orange. So it dries a little bit different, and it looks a little bit different depending on what's next to it. So going in to fix that may not have been the smartest thing I've ever done. Live and learn. I think it's going to end up okay, but if that could have introduced a bunch more water. Let me make sure my grapes are dry. My grapes are dry. It's a phrase I wasn't expecting. Oh, good. There's my phone. Yeah, that's my house phone. So I know it's not somebody who actually knows me. So the fourth step in this one is going to be stronger ultramarine blue with a little bit of quinacridone rose. Surely it can't go too much longer than the phone. So once again, we're sort of shifting hue. We're shifting from the reds over into the violets, the lights over into the darks, and the warm, we're getting a little bit cooler. Not a lot, I suppose, technically, but actually, you can, anyways. I'm not going to agonize over that discussion, but what I do want to point out is sort of how I'm applying this to the orange, which we did apply masking fluid. So if you have your own, you can apply it and call me or ask me or email me about it. But what I have done is after laying down a first layer of masking fluid and letting that dry, I painted one layer of this light yellow, and then I masked a little bit more that's going to save those light yellows, and I painted a little bit of a yellowy orange, orangey yellow. Not very much, but I'm building up once again in stages in that. So if you don't have masking fluid, don't do this one until class. Save this one. The grapes, as you can see, maybe I've taken I've sort of addressed the whole shape, the entire group of grapes as one. First of all, because I want there to be an overall change in hue and temperature and value. There's not much, but that underlying, going from the quinacridone pink to a little bit more of a red violet, still in a very light value, will just sort of help that have more depth. So I will eventually be coming in and treating each grape with this sort of treatment, which is time consuming because you want to make sure you don't do a grape next to one that still has wet paint, unless you want fun, exciting runs and things and blooms, and you're certainly free to do that. Fun stuff as well. Anyways, I'm going to pause for now.